Hello, everyone. This time for you, I was feeling in the autumn mood, a bit whimsical and magical and pumpkiny. I, it's kind of like we're going into fall, we're going into autumn, and of course it's still like really hot out here. But I was like in the mood for that cool, crisp air and like going to a pumpkin patch or just like that moodiness of fall, really. I'm thinking kind of witchy. I'm thinking magical, pumpkins, all of that good stuff. And so, of course, here we are, where I'm making a little Moody cottage. Complete with pumpkin patch and all of the fixings. I really like how this build came out. It's so cute. It's so quaint. And it came out so pretty. So of course we're starting with the actual tiny house itself and not like the back pumpkin area. We'll get to that. But we have to get the roofing right. And I really wanted it to be interesting and shaped kind of fun. So I added a lot of extra pieces to give it kind of like an overhang and, made it like dark and, of course, moody, as we've been talking about. And I kind of gave it a lot more of that like shaped roofing, which I think is really nice. And it gave it a lot of interest with it. Now, it is also up on this small hill, so it kind of gives it that, you kind of have to, you can walk around it on the one side, and it's got like the little flowers on the other, and then just that little bit of foundation is showing, which is really good. Now, I did go with a lot of like the black, coloring, obviously, to get that moodiness. I was kind of hoping there was a really rich, dark purple or blue that could work on the outside, but I kind of had to go with the black and then use other things to bring in those deeper, richer tones, just to have that as a part of it, just to bring out some color, right? Because I feel like it wouldn't just be a black tone. I kind of wanted this to have those small warm pops of color because of the way I was envisioning this, right? That's kind of what I was going for. Now, these windows were a bit perfect in my head because I was just like, yes, it has like the crisscross going on it. It has the little bit of stone, which just gave that a little extra coloring that also was in that foundation, so it's kind of perfect. And then we were able to just like highlight that and give the purple that I really wanted with the wisteria. I love the wisteria. I love this stuff. I just want to put it everywhere. But having all of these vines and everything on it really gave it that, we're in the woods, we're letting it become overgrown, that witchy vibe. I really love how that, just kind of incorporated it and gave it that nice finished look. Now, with the shaping here, as you're looking, I was trying to figure out, okay, where would the yard be? The pumpkin patch, I really wanted it to be up a little higher and in the back so you could kind of see it from the front. And I was like, but wouldn't it be fun if you had to take this little bridge to get over to it? So, of course, we have like this little pondish lake right in the middle, and there's just this little like footbridge. I say footbridge, but it's actually like a path. And we're surrounded by the water, so it's not really like a full bridge, but it kind of feels that way, and I like that. It's almost like you could technically fall in if you took one wrong step, but we have it all fenced off because this is kind of their land and their property, so I really liked that it's all contained here in the home, and I really got to bring out some more coloring with that bright purpley pinky tree out front. I think that's kind of great, you gotta have those colors, just pops of everywhere. Of course, I really wanted it to be overgrown and fun, so tons of lavender, one of my favorite things to use in this game. A lot of grasses, and then a lot of the stones too, just to make it feel a little bit more natural, a little bit more just, brought into just this location, and all of that stuff was already growing here to begin with. And I love getting to put the stuff around the little ponds too. Because once you put that in, right, you put that water in, it kind of looks really blah. But once you put in all those little details of the stones and the grasses and everything, it really brings it back to life. And especially having the water the way we did, where we went with the one that has all the leaves in it, it kind of has almost a swampy look. I didn't want it to be too swampy, right? I wanted it to be like just a natural pond, but it kind of works with the moodiness of a moody, swampy pumpkin patch. I like it. I like it a lot. So we even have like the little fountain. That little chicken fountain is so cute because it does have the water pouring out of the bucket straight into the pond. So all I can think about is just having that like sound of the trickling water going into the pond as you're just walking around your beautiful garden area, right? Oh, I had to add in all like the farming stuff. You know, you have Patchy, you bring light Patchy to life. That feels very magical, and I think it's kind of perfect for this. We have our little stump with rabbits, we have our stump with the birds. It's so good. And of course, like a nice little fire area out front, almost fairy-like, right? Because we kind of have the butterflies and the chairs, and I just felt like that was kind of perfect. Now, of course, I will admit, I did build this a while ago. I did build this a little bit ago, and I never got to do the voiceover. So there are some packs mixing that I think would be kind of perfect for this one, but I don't want to change it. I think it's perfect the way it is. It's beautiful. No, I did not have Fairies pack when I did this one. But that's kind of one of the other things. I was like, oh, like a dark woodlands fairy or fey creature could live here too, where they have all of this beautiful stuff that they can use. Now I'm just kind of like adjusting the shaping of the house a little bit, but nothing too much, because I want to actually get the inside to work well for us and for what we're gonna want to fit inside too. So it's just minor adjustments just to make it really nice. And I do think it still counts as the tiny house, so it's kind of perfect for that too. So if you get all those lovely little bonuses, I love the bonuses. It's almost like you're cheating when you have a tiny house. I swear it feels that way a lot of the times. But I think we have a really good shaping when it comes to this house and actually can fit everything that we want. We have like the whole open space living area. We have a lovely bedroom, and then of course the ensuite bathroom as well here too. And I wanted to keep it just as moody, but really bold. So we have the flowers on the wall, thought those were perfect. And then these colors kind of just go well together. So we have all these really bold prints and patterns. And of course, they're very rich and deep in color, which is just great. And then I kind of was like, well, feels a little modern, but I think that's kind of good, right? You kind of have the modern of some of the stuff that we use meets cottage core. I like it. I like the way that they go together. We kind of like blend them and mold them together. So you have some of the stuff is going to be very cottage core, and then some of the other stuff is going to be a bit more modern and up to date. So like I was trying to figure out, what bed to use, and then I was just like not feeling it with a lot of the more cottagey. So then I kind of went, what if we went with something a little bit more modern, a little bit more simple, because then everything else can be kind of bold around it. And I do end up changing that bed because I was going through like every bed, like literally every bed, going, okay, what is going to work here? What can I actually get to match the whole aesthetic? And then I really liked having the canopy. So that worked out, right? We actually have this canopy, and it works out really, really well in this room. It is kind of funny how I put together a lot of these builds. I tend to notice this too, where I'll be like, I'm going to put down main pieces in different areas just to see, okay, is this the shaping I want? Is this how I want it to be set up? Is this where I want it to land? I can't go like room by room half the time. So if I jump around, that's really why, because I want to make sure everything kind of goes cohesive and together, and it just fits well in the space that we have. And speaking of, I had this little weird nook right? And I always like to, in tiny houses like this, make sure that those areas are utilized really well. And look how cute this desk fits into that space. So you have like your little desk, cozy little desk area where you can write, or you can have your little typewriter, computer. I love that one. I don't know why. It makes me so happy that there's like this silly typewriter computer that they can use. Oh, it's too good. It's too good. I really wish that couch worked, but none of the colors just didn't fit. And I was just like, that's just not gonna work for me. We can't do it. But trunks. Trunks feel whimsical. They kind of just feel like they work really well with the space. It kind of gives me that cottage but kind of modern kind of feeling. I don't know why, but that's kind of what goes through my head when I see it. And then, of course, I had, felt the need. I need a giant mirror for this space. And that's one of my favorite mirrors to use in a lot of my builds. The one that just kind of looks like it's leaning against the wall, but it's huge. And it's got, like, just such a pretty look to it that I felt like it worked in this space. And I really wanted something that could hold trinkets. Now, I really liked this container, I guess, shelf unit. Cabinet, that's the word. I think that's the word. I really liked that cabinet. It had the style to it that was just kind of gorgeous for our witchy Moody build here too. All of the little details were definitely coming together when putting this bedroom fully completed. We have the little plants, we have the lighting, and I was really trying to keep all of the colors cohesive to what that pattern was on the wall, with like those deep pinky burgundy colors, and then we got those little like pops of green everywhere, and it just felt so nice. And I was trying to use the base game curtains, and I couldn't do it. I probably could have left them there and allowed it to be the way it was, but the sheer curtains, I love using those, and I felt like it was really nice in there. It allowed light in, but it also kind of like cut it off just enough so that it even gave that like darker room feeling too. In the bathroom, I called it an ensuite. I didn't mean to call it an ensuite. Now that I'm thinking about it, because you get in through the other side. But simple enough, right? We have our tub, toilet, and sink. Nothing too fancy here, and we definitely went into the dark and moody here, but we have those patterns on the wall, which I think just kind of like elevates it, makes it feel a little bit cozier and warmer. And I don't know, I really like how that even came out by itself, right? I wanted so much to have a round table in this section. I thought it was so perfect to have like this little almost tower bump out area here, have a circular table. It just felt so good. And I love the grain on that one, right? It definitely gives it so much more detail and personality. So good. We have a lovely fireplace over here that fits in with our cottagey look. And then we had a bit more of a modern couch choice. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a little bit different, and it kind of has the more muted tone of the colors on the wall. So I thought it was kind of perfect for the space. You can tell a lot of the little details here came from the Crystal Creations pack. Like this rug was one of those, and I thought, oh my god, it has the sun on it. It has those like dark colors, but it has that witchy vibe. Perfect. Couldn't help but use it. And in that space too, of course, now I'm moving over to the other side, but in that space too, I was like, oh, the metals, those that goldy, bronzy metals and stuff, perfect. Because I liked how it all kind of made it a little bit more cohesive with the kitchen and that living space too. All the, of course, little details inside of our cabinet in here, all the little witchy stuff from the paranormal packs and everything. You have to have them. You've got to have them. And it's kind of like she puts them away, or they put them away. I don't know who lives here. They put them away when they're not using them, but then they can like bring it out and they can use that kitchen table as more of a seance table or what have you when we need to. Oh, I love having all of this clutter and everything too. It's like they have this tiny space and they're just trying to like have all this maximized usage and all of these little trinkets and pictures and everything. Having all of that clutter, it just, I feel like it makes it feel a little bit more lived in, a little bit more cozy, and just kind of like makes it warmer. I don't know, I like having all of that clutter because it does make it feel a little bit like home. Very homey, for our moody little witch here, having all the like the little plants everywhere, all the stuff hanging on the walls, because even with all of the patterns and then having that extra piece just hanging there, I don't know, it just, I think it makes it feel very lived in for our lovely witch. I did decide against having a TV in this living space. You could put one. You could put like one of those, like the smaller bookshelves from the Book Nook kit, and then put like a little TV on top of it if you really wanted to have one. I just kept thinking like, oh, we're in the woods, right? We're kind of like a witch in the woods, and we have our pumpkin patch, and we have our books, and she has other hobbies and things that she likes to do, so she doesn't really watch TV. I figured that is kind of where my brain was going with this character, and I like it. I think that actually came out really, really nice here. Of course, now I'm trying to find a spot that we could put our crystal charger. And I really liked the idea of putting it on the stump. I thought that would be kind of cute. But oh man, was I getting distracted when doing all of this because I was just like, oh look, I forgot about the hay bales, and now I can make that look like it actually like it works better and more cohesive. So I kept like stacking hay bales, and I'm just like, what if my Sims try to sit on that seat? I'm hoping they won't try to, but you know, it still works, and I like the way it looks. You know, around Patchy, we definitely have Patchy built into that pumpkin patch in the back. And then I go a little crazy with the amount of pumpkins that you will see in this cottage. Yes, I go insane. There's going to be so many pumpkins just everywhere. And I was trying to make it so that there was different sizes and different colors, and I loved that there was like the one on its side that really added to it. So I'm like sizing up and sizing down and changing colors, and just pumpkins everywhere. Just everywhere. So this pumpkin patch definitely isn't only in the back, because any of the pumpkins that were finished, we kind of just decorated our entire home with them. And I'm hoping that they stay really nicely. I don't think these are the pumpkins that are going to go bad. I hate to think that those would be the ones that go bad. So now you're in this house and like, oh, all of the pumpkins are gone. That would be the worst, but I like how it looks. So at least, you know, it's cute for a while. That's perfect. You know, you have all the like the little pumpkin pie pumpkins in different spaces, and the giant pumpkins that you can do little jack-lanterns everywhere too. Ah, so cute. I was like, couldn't help it. I had to have like little jack-o'-lanterns in different spaces because they light up. Like they light up, and how fun is that? So of course we had to have those too. So now it's a little bit more Halloweeny, but I think that's fine because why not? You can take away the jack-o'-lanterns and it still stays a cute like fall, autumn, autumnal pumpkin patch that you can go and visit or stay at. You can make it like a little place to stay, or you could live here and you can really enjoy it with your sim. And maybe that's what they do. Maybe they sell pumpkins, or maybe they give you the experience of going to the pumpkin patch and picking out a pumpkin. I like that idea too. Honestly, we could even have like little goats and sheep hanging out here doing their thing. Why not have all the fun little animals everywhere? But I had so much fun putting together all the little details that just make it feel so much better, you know, on the ground. So you have all of the grasses and the pumpkins and the rocks and everything that just makes it feel a little bit more real, a little bit more realistic. And of course, adding to that, we had to have ducks. We had to have mosquitoes and lightning bugs and like little tadpoles and fishes and all of those things. Because I think that's just such a fun little detail to see at night and just during the day when you have like all of those like light up and stuff is moving in the pond. It's not just sitting there. I love all of those cute little details that we can add in just to make it feel finished. And make it feel so fun and live when you actually go into live mode and play it. And I do have some video of that at the end, so you get to enjoy some of that so you can see it, because I always want to be able to see it in action. Adding some extra little details here of some sunflowers. You know what? Honestly, a full sunflower field place too. Gorgeous idea. You could even have a little picnic in that, right? Now I gotta let me write that down. So just doing some final touches here, though, adding in a little bird bath and all of the cute things that I just felt like would make this place just feel so warm and cozy and moody and beautiful in any, weather or time of day. And I really love how this turned out. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you aren't already. Comments down below. What's your favorite part of this? Are you doing any fun, moody or autumnal styled builds lately? And I'm going to say keep crafting, keep gaming, stay lazy. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.